Morning. It's been a long while since I've done one of these, so bear with me if it comes out a bit rubbish. And I'm not doing any editing, sweet or any of that stuff. I'm just going to talk to the camera because it's a gorgeous day. Look at this. Look at that weather. It's supposed to have been threatened with thunderstorms this morning and all day. Well, so far we've dodged them. Now the weather app says it's coming at 5 o'clock. We'll see. Maybe it'll come. It looks a bit hazy over there. It looks like a storm's coming. But it ain't here yet, so that'll do for me. Right. I'm doing this video partly because a few of my pals have said, why aren't you doing your videos anymore? One or two, you know who you are, have said they've been useful to them. Good for their mental health, for their psychological well-being. And I'm all about that. My brothers and sisters out there in Poorly Head land, we all know what it's like. And a couple, I won't say any names because you know who you are, have recently been on the old Facebook saying that last night was a nightmare, or last night you had nightmares, or last night the engineering monkeys were at you. Whatever it was, I can empathise. I certainly can understand. Last night for me was horrible. I'm not going to go into it because people that have never suffered it wouldn't understand no matter how much you explain it. And people that have gone through it and are going through it don't need it explaining yet again. You know it all too well at the silly o'clocks. Suffice to say that I was up at 1:30 and never really got back to sleep. Got a couple of hours dozing on the sofa to an audio book last night. I made myself some peppermint tea and put on a Bill Bryson book. Found it on YouTube, audio book. I can't remember the title exactly, but theories on just about everything. And it was alright. It was alright. I wouldn't say I slept, but it was that sound, having a sound in the room, just blocked out that horrible tinnitus that bothers me. Once the night terrors wake me up, it ain't nightmares because you can remember them. They're like nasty images that remind you. Terrors, you wake up sweating, thrashing about. You can't remember what it was that's got you in that state. But once I'm awake, the tinnitus takes over. Probably all them years working on a railway with diesel engines throbbing away at my ear rolls and riding motorbikes in piss pot helmets. Can I say that? Too late, already have. So it was a question of resilience this morning, as it's been for a lot of us that are going through it. Resilience. Now, when I was at school, I used to think that resilience meant it was impossible to knock you over. There was a kid at my school called Ian Buchanan, and he was, at the age of 13, he was already 6 foot, about 15 stone, and it wasn't fat. The man was built like an outhouse, and you couldn't knock him over. He was in a rugby team. You couldn't knock the man over. Now, I used to think that was resilience, being hard to be knocked over. And I now realise it's not that at all. Resilience is having the ability, the mental strength up here, to keep getting up again. It's not being hard to knock over. I've never been hard to knock over. Good strong wind to blow me over. Maybe. It's about how many times you get back up, put your fighting shoes on and go and walk it off. Now this morning, me and beautiful wife went to swimming. I got my mile in. Not a bad time either, considering I was dog tired. I've done my mile, my 64 lengths, and now I'm out walking my dog. There he is. There's a Fidget. I don't know if you picked him up. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. If you didn't, it's because I held the camera in the wrong place. Should we try again? You going to say hello, Fidge? Hello, Fidget. Hello, Fidget. Hello. Hello. There he goes, nearly had me over, bless him, Mr. Zigzag dog. So I'm taking my Fidget a walk down the old, this used to be a railway trail. I've probably videoed here many a time before, so I've bored you stupid with it. Used to be part of the, I think it was London North Western, maybe Midland, maybe both. My history's not very good. Anyway, a railway line used to come through here, and over that bridge there is still, as you can tell by that Land Rover going over, still used by the farmer. But this is a lovely little trail. I remember last year, right back last year when I was doing those lockdown videos, this was the bit I was cycling down. 2.5 miles to get to the railway bridge, 2.5 miles back. And I used to talk from the railway bridge about whatever was on my mind, whatever it was that was pestering me, bothering me, intriguing me. And I used to pick on themes. So, yes, just as resilience does not mean being hard to knock over, it means the ability to keep getting back up. It also means it's not weakness to be knocked over. The weakness comes from when you stay down, when you allow those demons to convince you that you're on your own, that you can't fight. That old phrase comes up your spine into your head. What's the point? What's the point of getting up again? I'll only get knocked down again. Well, to me, the point is, whatever it is out there, demons, the universe, chemicals, whatever it is that's trying to upset you, gets really annoyed every time you keep getting back up. So for me, it's like flipping a bird, you all know what that means, at whatever it is that's trying to upset you. Flipping a bird and carrying on. And keeping the air in your lungs. Because if it is demons, I don't know if it is or not. I choose to believe it is, but I'm not hung up on it. But if it is, just take a breath. You know that feeling of lung in your air, air in your lungs? Lung in your air. You know that feeling of air in your lungs? Well, they don't. So have that. Yeah, leather-winged, dark dungeon dimension, swearing words, expletive, deleted, etc. So there we are. That's my thoughts for the day. I've been in touch with people recently, since I passed my mental health first aider course. I've become a bit of a magnet for people with problems, which is good. It's good for me, stops me getting cocky. Because sometimes when you recover a little bit, you sometimes get a tendency to forget where you've been. So it's good for me. And I hope, please God, it's good for the folks that have reached out to me. Because everyone who don't end the story is a victory in my eyes. And even if you only get knocked down again tomorrow, don't worry about it. You'll get up again. Right, some people are coming towards me with a dog, so I've got to put mine on a lead. Say goodbye to you lovely people. I love you all. I'll talk to you again. Ta-da!